What are you talking about?
We are.
What's up, folks? We are back again on Friday, May 14th, with our So What I Miss segment. So this segment is catch up for all of you who maybe are too busy working in meetings all day or just don't bother to check your socials during the week. And we're going to help you catch up on all the geek and nerd news of the week, so you can, talk to your friends on the weekend over social media that you were avoiding during the week. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I've got Rob here from the 905.
Can you say catch up again?
Catch up? Like catch
yeah,
up?
I relish
catch
when
up.
you say things like that.
Yes, look at Rob.
Are we doing food puns today instead of basketball or baseball?
Yeah, we're talking purely hot dog metaphors today, folks. So make sure
you're a wiener
of who gets the most. So
there's no Disney Plus show about baseball yet, Pat. So you have to wait.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, welcome Rob from the 905 here. He's got a bunch of videos on his YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in the description here, so you definitely check those out. We've got Pat here, who's been joining me on a lot of Magic the Gathering content and other various things and other podcasts, and my brother, who's been joining me on almost all my trailer reactions, hopping on there. So welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. So let's get rolling. So what I missed, I think we're going to kick it off to Chris first. He's got some news stories. Maybe Venom persuasion.
The biggest thing that was one of the bigger news items dropped was the Venom trailer. This kind of came up from a surprise. Me and John and Andre did a trailer reaction already, but we didn't get Rob and Pat's reaction. So I guess first things first, Rob, what did you think of the trailer?
I've watched it a few times because I was kind of hard on it when at first I was like, oh man, why is Venom got to be so like nice? Why is, when they walk into the convenience store and Eddie Brock says hi to the cashier and then Venom says hi, I was just, come on, man. But
that was my favorite part.
I figured as much. But you know what? In watching it a few times, I've come to appreciate the fact that I think Tom Hardy, he's not playing this seriously. He's playing it like no concern, no care. He's not holding it back. He's not taking it too seriously. And obviously Woody Harrelson is doing the same. So I'm all for it. I'm down. I'm going to go see it in the theater. So, it is what it is. It's, whatever.
Do you miss the Woody Harrelson wig that they had on him for the first one?
No, I'm kind of the only thing I'm a little concerned about is like towards the end of the first Venom, it was hard to kind of make out like that the special effects. I kind of put it like the Transformers 1, where it's like, what is happening? So this trailer was kind of somewhat similar, and I'm very hopeful that because it's Andy Serkis who is directing this, who has obviously done stuff with the Lord of the Rings as Gollum and the Planet of the Apes with the mocap stuff. I'm hoping that he has a good eye on being able to discern the two different characters when it comes to special effects. I'm hopeful because it was very tough to get a really good shot of Carnage. So,
Pat, what did you think?
I have no interest in this movie.
Okay, cool.
No.
Did you watch the first one?
Nope. No interest. I saw the trailer just because I knew we were going to talk about it. I mean, it looked kind of funny, right? But I have no interest in it. Like the symbiote is cooking and stuff. Like, I don't know, man.
Were you? Are you a Venom guy from comics or a Carnage guy from comics?
I'm okay with Venom, but like, my washer is not going off. But anyway, I'm okay.
Change
with
your clothes.
The character, but like, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not sold on this. Like, I mean, I'm just not sold on the franchise.
Yeah.
Call me an MCU snob, but like everything not done by the MCU to me feels a little off.
You need Spider-Man. You need Spider-Man to show up.
I'm not emotionally invested in this because I don't. What happens here is irrelevant because it's not going to mean anything.
Right.
I think that's the biggest part. I'm just not emotionally invested.
I think one thing is majority of people thought the first one had its issues, but it did exceptionally well box office wise. Now, I guess the question is now. I think there was a Morbius trailer and. This kind of skipped the line. John, what do you think? Why don't we have a Morbius before this?
Morbius got delayed several times. So, it's Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
You think Morbius?
No. Not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Is it not Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal was Mysterio. It's Jared Leto.
The guy who played Joker. Yeah.
Jared Leto. Yeah. Okay, so Jared Leto and my guy Tyrese is supposed to be in there as well. So I do want that to come out. But we did get a full trailer for that, and I feel like we've gotten no word on it. So I don't know if there's an updated
Pat,
I don't know what's going on over there.
You take your Spider-Man pajamas out of the watch show.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that, if it's been re-announced or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this has got more heat, so they're like, let's get this out on the ASAP. But I am actually very surprised that this is still coming out this year already. But we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool. So the next item is not awkward at all.
I'm trying
to be a news anchor here. Yeah. So Disney Plus announced recently that they're going to have Shang-Chi, which comes out September 3rd, and Free Guy, which comes out August 13th. They're going to have a very limited 45-day theater exclusive on release, and it kind of pointing to kind of a sign that maybe we're getting back to normal in terms of the theater thing. What did you think about this? We'll start with John this time.
Yeah. So 45-day window. Some people say it's too short. But 45 days, if you want to see that thing on the ASAP, then you're going to be like, oh my God. So I don't know, let's take out of the equation if it's safe to do so or not. So I think, it's definitely a good.
It's not.
It's definitely a good.
The alarm is
time's up.
says no.
Time's up. I guess we got to go to Rob now.
Hey, I gotta do my laundry, man. It's Friday afternoon.
I don't actually know anybody that uses their audible alarm to let them know when their laundry's done. Generally, it's about you have an hour.
You don't wait till after 7 p.m. like a proper money saving person
to save on your electricity. Come on, Pat, noob. But anyways, I think if you look at the box office scores or tallies now, there's a lot of films that have examples of who did the theatrical window and who did on demand at the same time, and one of them is Mortal Kombat. And you saw a huge drop in revenue after the first week, because I guess either word of mouth or the fact that people can just go home and enjoy this and do other things during the day, versus something like Demon Slayer. I know not a lot of us are into the anime and stuff, which is dedicated theater only. It's a smash hit. So I don't know. Let's see what Rob thinks. He's the big I want to see this in theaters on the ASAP guy.
Well, the 45-day window, the shortening. It was 90 days was the theatrical run exclusive before it went on to video. Back in the day when John and I used to work in video stores, kids, that's what at minimum it was 90 days. This just matches back then, right, but for some of those big movies that you would get them 3 to 4 months later. But this just kind of matches what Warner, what Paramount, what Sony have kind of signed with the different theater companies. What is interesting, though, is whether or not this 45-day window then means that, will Shang-Chi just go right to Disney Plus, or will it go to video on demand so you could rent it? Those other movies are going to be going to the Apple, the iTunes store, the Google store, and this and that to rent after 45 days. What will Disney do? They didn't clarify that statement. They just said the 45-day window is going to be enacted. So, hard to say. I don't know how a consumer will feel saying, well, I don't really want to get Disney Plus. I don't know why you wouldn't at this point, but now I got to wait an additional 30 days to rent it. I'm not really too sure how that's going to play out. So we'll see.
Is this a good sign for theaters, Pat, you think?
Honestly, whether or not in theaters or on Disney Plus, I'm going to end up watching it. So if it's available and safe to go to theaters, let's go. If not, I'm going to watch it regardless, right? So
it's going to be tough with the whole safety issue. Some places might be open to view this, and then the whole spoiler alert thing is on the table, which that becomes an issue. So maybe the following debate is, if something has been mildly spoiled for you, are you still going to want to watch this? Are you still going to eventually catch it on theaters? Or are you still going to watch it on streaming after the big reveal or the big cameo or whatever has happened? So or what was established in Shang-Chi? Are you still going to pay either the $30 to get it on demand, or you're still going to log in and watch it and be able to enjoy it? I think that would probably be the next logical thing. But anything's on the table right now, I think.
This has to be regional, though, right? Disney Plus. When we say it, when you guys say that it's available for 45 days, are we talking about the states, or are we talking about internationally? What if it's not safe to open in Canada yet, and there are no theaters showing it? Does that mean we get to Disney Plus immediately? right?
I think we would just have to wait the 45 days, right? No.
Well, Pat brings up a good point because I think we need to. It's very hard for those who are watching. We are in Ontario, Canada, and so we are currently in lockdown still, whereas our neighbors to the south are very much reopening at a much faster rate. However you feel about that, regardless. So those theaters are going to be open come August and September. We don't know. Maybe we will have openings in theaters in the late summer in on where we currently are. But if we want to take a look at Wrath of Man, a movie that John and I have talked about the last couple of weeks, it's been in theaters now. This will be the second weekend in the US, and it is nowhere in Canada. It is not on demand. We cannot rent it. So we are kind of in a bit of a limbo situation. So all this to say, Pat is right. We don't know what this means internationally.
Don't got to worry about spoilers for that movie right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason. So let's.
Yeah, because for sure Jason watches this for sure.
So what's next, Chris?
Yeah, next on the list is a topic you brought up, which was E3. The schedule was announced.
Yes.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah, so, E3 dates have officially been confirmed. It's happening less than a month from now, June 12th to 14th. They are doing what they did last year, and they're going straight to digital. So from what I understand, when it begins, you can download an app, and then you can use the app to kind of check out booths as if it was real. So the positive is that it's going to be totally free, right?
Cool.
From what I understand, it's going to be free.
Right.
So that if you're just sitting at home and you can still watch the videos. And the thing is, a lot of what they've already started doing was they've kind of moved away from the presentations anyways. They just kind of prepared marketing material, posted it on YouTube or whatever media sources they have, so you can just watch it and see what's going on. That's what looks like it's going to happen this year, right? I'm personally really excited. I get really excited about E3 every year. But this year they've already confirmed most of the big name players are going to be there. Sony's not going to be there, but Sony hasn't been there for a couple of years already because Sony does their own event like in July, called like the State of Play. And if you have PSN, you'll see that they have a bunch of deals going on. They release like a special edition PS4 every year to celebrate the day
that you're not going to be able to buy.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to buy.
PS4 you can buy. Good luck with your PS5.
Like last year, 2 years ago, they had a really cool blue one, like a State of Play PS4, right? EA is not going to be there, but EA also does their own thing, and EA normally does only the sports games anyways, right?
Yeah.
But all the big ones, like, Capcom's going to be there, Nintendo's going to be there. I think like Sega's going to be there. They're probably just going to have video clips, and then you can just kind of interact with them on social media if you're in for that.
It will be it's going to be interesting this year because due to the chip shortage with COVID has affected everything. It's very difficult to find some of these new systems. So I'm going to be very interested to find out how a lot of these developers are going to be able to try to sell you on their games if you haven't, if you're not able to actually pick out the system yet. There is a mass shortage, and and this is causing a lot of anger amongst the fans who just want to get a new system and they're not able to do so right now. So.
Yeah, you still can't walk out and buy a PS5, right? And can you even walk into a store and buy a Switch at the moment?
Now.
Like, Switch has been out longer. Like, this is nuts.
Switch their production is starting to ramp down because they're having problems.
In stock,
Yeah.
Right, but it's just this chip shortage. It's just processing chip. So
Xbox, Nintendo, PC, like Square Enix, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm most excited about the Nintendo stuff, but obviously they're probably going to show something with Gotham Knights. They're going to show something about Suicide Squad. So get ready, get hyped.
Yeah. Any other properties you guys are excited about up top?
Yeah. Off the top of the head, I think we mentioned Grand Theft Auto might be in the beta testing process. I feel like they're not going to announce anything along those lines. I don't know, new Fortnite stuff, Rob? You think is this the type of venue where they announce Fortnite stuff, or does Fortnite care?
Well, they might, but I think it goes. Fortnite. I think it goes back to you can drop a new trailer for Suicide Squad versus the Justice League or whatever, but who's going to be able to play it on what system? This is the problem. I think even developers are we're used to these AAA games being delayed for whatever reason, right? I mean, when Red Dead 2 was announced for February, pre-orders went live, then it said, we're actually going to make it to October. So we're used to these things happening, but we're not used to having these unveiled trailers dropping a year and a half ago, and we're still having no ability to play these games. So this is going to be a very interesting E3 on how they're going to market their games for a system that you cannot get.
Yeah, it's the first E3 after the Xbox and PS5 launch, right? So it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited.
Oh man! All right, cool. So before Rob cuts the mustard, let's jump to He-Man. All right, He-Man. So Netflix has revealed some shots of He-Man. So this is kind of our first look. So what's going on is Kevin Smith, I think, is behind the project, and he's bringing back He-Man, and it is going to be quote unquote a love letter to the original '80s series. Yeah. So I'm going to show the images. I'm going to get Rob to play a pop quiz hot shot and see if he knows who's going to be doing the voices for each of these characters.
No, I want you guys to
as he turns the screen on his iPad.
I want you guys.
So anyways, let's take a look first. So look, we've got He-Man here. Do we know who's
that's
voicing
He-Man?
He-Man?
That's He-Man.
Yeah, so it's being voiced by Chris Wood. And if you're like, well, who the heck is Chris Wood? If you are a fan of the Supergirl TV show, he played Mon-El. He's married to Supergirl herself, Melissa Benoist. So he's actually, he and Kevin Smith are friends. So yes, so he is the voice of He-Man.
All right, cool. Can you hit us with a quick 5-second impersonation of his voice?
Who, He-Man?
No, of this guy's. No, all right. Anyway, so Rob's imitations are on hold for this episode. Everyone he does sounds like Batman, anyways. So this is obviously Prince Adam. He's looking pretty small in this picture, but it could be perspective. But Prince Adam is supposed to be much smaller. Instead of just He-Man wearing a pink vest, which is what the action figure was. It's pretty hilarious. So I'm super excited for this. I don't know who else is, but I think it's big. Looks like Moss Man. Do we know who's doing his voice? Yeah,
Alan Oppenheimer is the voice of Moss Man, and you're probably being like, "Well, who the hell is Alan Oppenheimer?" He actually
sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was in Westworld. He actually voiced the Skeletor and Man at Arms in the original.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so he's a bit of a voice actor. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. If he did Skeletor, I'm wondering why they didn't go with him for Skeletor. So let's look at. So we got He-Man versus Skeletor. Do we know who's voicing Skeletor at all?
Yes, we do. Does anybody want to take a guess?
Yeah.
Mark Hamill,
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Get out of here. No, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is
that's
Skeletor.
Perfect.
So that's why that guy's not Skeletor.
This is why we're not getting the original numbskulls Oppenheimer or whatever his name was doing this.
Oppenheimer. No, but we're just going to get Skeletor will be a version of the Trickster and Joker. It'll just be the same thing.
We'll see. Yeah, Mark Hamill kills it, so I'm not concerned at all. So and then this looks like a whole bunch of different characters. There's a Roboto there. Looks like Evelyn.
Okay, well hang on. So Roboto is voiced by Justin Long.
Of Die Hard fame.
Yeah, the Apple guy. Yep. Okay. Who else did you say? Evelyn. Evelyn is voiced by Lena Headey. So Queen Cersei herself from Game of Thrones.
Okay, Cersei. Yeah.
Who else you got?
That's good.
Tila.
Tila is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I believe this is Tila. I'm not 100%. It looks like her. She usually doesn't rock that haircut, but this is new territory. This character is new. I don't know who this character is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
And then this is Orco.
Yeah, so Orco is Griffin Newman. Again, I think he's another he's done some voice acting work. He's been in some movies like Draft Day, and so yeah, he's got some. And then who's that big guy? Oh, that's Roboto, is it right? Yeah. So
yeah, that's Domo Arigato, Dr. Roboto.
And if you guys want to ask any other questions, like in terms of any of your favorite,
who is so let's look at Pat to name some random He-Mans that he knows of.
I don't know any. I hate He-Man.
Okay, so you might know the first one of the first action figures that actually stunk. They produced them in factories and actually had to send a lot of employees home because the toxic smells were driving them crazy and making them. I don't know if they were passing out or whatever. Stinkor. Do we know who's voicing Stinkor?
Yeah, of course. There's actually no surprises. Kevin Smith's right hand man, Jason Mewes, the J to his Silent Bob. So he is the voice of Stinkor. You had asked me earlier about Triclops. It's Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins. Yeah. Oh, Henry Rollins is Triclops. And Stephen Root. Do you guys remember? Did you ever watch Office Space? Remember Melvin? With
the stapler guy, right?
Yeah, he's playing Cringer.
Oh, okay, perfect. How about Rob's favorite guy, Ram Man?
I don't think Ram Man is in here.
Okay,
John?
so no sign of Ram Man. So let's move on from He-Man news. I'm pretty excited to see that happening. Do we have a date for that coming out? I think it's soon, right? May something.
No, it's
April.
July. Yep, keep going. No, it is July. I believe it's July 23rd. July 23rd or July 30th. So it's going to be in two parts. Part one drops, I believe it's the 23rd. And definitely there's a lot of love in the MOTU universe. Pat aside, a lot of people are very excited for this. So
Pat's excuse is he is not of that generation. Same with my brother. My brother's eyes are glazing over right now, going, "What the hell's going on?" This is kind of like a little bit of a generation before most of you younger guys. You guys will probably be Ninja Turtles and onwards. But even me, I only caught the tail end of He-Man.
This is my wheelhouse.
Because you're old.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I remember the movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Go change your laundry. That movie is atrocious.
You're on peak hours of laundry. A lot of people are cringing at home right now, going, "What's this guy doing laundry during the day?" Anyways,
although the irony being that we're using electricity right now to record this is not lost on anybody either. So,
okay, let's go to the new segment. John's introducing.
Am I introducing a new segment now? Are we doing?
No, it's pictures.
Pictures. Okay, so we're gonna throw some pictures up on the screen. This is a new segment we call hey, look at this. And it's just random reveals from this week that we saw drop. And since my brother Chris is the least knowledgeable about this comic stuff, we're gonna get him to quickly describe the picture that's on the screen. And the rest of us will kind of fill in what it is if he's getting it wrong. So you ready to go, Chris?
All right, let's do this. It'd be nice to know this is coming.
All right. No, that's the best part.
This is pretty straightforward. This is Black Widow cast photos. Or here, can this movie come out already? Like, we don't need any more hype.
Yeah. So we've got the new character posters for the Black Widow movie. David Harbour as Red Menace or Red
Guardian.
Red Guardian.
Red Menace.
And we've got Rachel Weisz as who's this character? Is this supposed to be Black Widow's mom?
Yeah, I think
it's Black Widow's mom. She has the exact same costume as Black Widow, I think. Yeah. So she must be like the original Black Widow. Yeah.
So and then we got a couple other posters.
I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know who this guy is. This is a new character, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. There's a guy not in a superhero costume. It's kind of alarming. But I guess he's going to be.
Maybe he's like the.
I don't remember seeing him in the trailer. Maybe. Maybe. And we've got another shot of Taskmaster. Their armor looks pretty good. He's got kind of a funny stance. And then we've got our two main characters here, Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh. Pat, I know you had criticisms of the last Black Widow poster. They photoshopped Scarlett a lot. Looks like they did it a little bit less because Scarlett looks already great. The last costume they showed off was all white. This one is her traditional black costume, but it looks really good. Like the design looks really clean. They got some gold pieces here. These kind of like
bracelets,
electric stuff. Electric staffs and stuff. So what do you guys think of these posters here? Looks good.
That Black Widow poster looks way better than last one where they photoshopped her face like terribly.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I couldn't give two shits about this movie. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Just come out already. This movie. Let's go.
Okay, so this movie has to hit. This movie has to come out on.
The problem is I'm not emotionally attached to this movie either because I know what's happened in the past because she's dead.
I am actually really looking forward to this movie. So, anyways, we'll move on. Let's see what the next picture is for Chris to dive into. What do you see here, Chris?
Oops. Oh, geez, a really tiny cosplay for the Comic-Con. It's gone. I don't know. It's gone. I know what that is. I know what that is. Though. That's the Impulse costume from the Flash TV show on CW. So very comic accurate.
Wow.
I mean, like who's watching this show right now? I don't know.
Rob is watching. So Rob, can you fill in any blanks on this, Rob?
Well, we haven't seen it yet. This character, but this is Impulse, who is the Flash of the future. I believe it's Barry Allen's great grandson. And so he will obviously be traveling back in time. If you actually look behind over his left shoulder, I guess that is Godspeed. And they introduced Godspeed last season as a mini foe for Barry Allen and Team Flash. So obviously, this is going to be for this season. I'm still watching it. In Canada, we get the new episodes every Thursday on Netflix, even though it airs on Tuesdays in the US. I have my own qualms about what's going on with the Flash right now,
but
we're not going to get into it. But yes, this is Impulse. This is. Admittedly, it is very comics accurate. It is very comics accurate.
And he's a fan. He's a fan favorite character. Yep. So looking forward to seeing him pop up, and maybe he'll get a bunch of new viewers to tune in. So let's go to the next picture here. What do we got here?
This looks like a Loki screenshot from the show.
Yeah. So they showed off a couple new pictures. Loki cast shot. Someone posted this. I don't know what the relevance of it is, but you have Loki in some type of jumpsuit, and he's got some type of looks like a collar. Maybe inhibiting his powers or something.
Like dampening.
I think we know of the premise from the trailers.
So let's keep going. See what else we got here. All right, what do you make of this, Chris? I'll give you a clue. It is from the new Batwoman TV series.
Oh boy, I don't know.
No. Okay, so this one is really obscure. I don't even know if Rob's gonna know this one here. This girl is a new character.
Is this like a Memento situation? I can't remember.
It looks you can see there's a bunch of stuff on her arms and chest and stuff like that. It looks like tattoos or maybe just writing or something. Who knows the context? This is just a random set photo.
I know who this is.
This is Stephanie Brown. This is for the new Batwoman TV show. Morgan Cohen is playing her. So if you don't know, Stephanie Brown was a character called Spoiler, introduced in the whole Batman sidekick mythology, daughter of the Clue Master.
I was thinking she jumped down and just like ruined movies for you by telling you the end plots.
That's a new character. That's a new character that basically exists in social media.
She was Robin first.
No, she wasn't Robin. She became Robin. She was technically a Spoiler first. She would run around as Spoiler.
Darth Vader's Luke's mom.
And then boom, she disappeared. You're like, what?
I think we wrote something new into the Batwoman TV series. But it's interesting. I don't know what's with the tattoos. Typically she is a blonde girl. But as you can see, she's got red hair here. So it'll be interesting. Obviously it's just one picture. Who knows what's going on with it? But it is one of my favorite Batman sidekick characters. She ran around as a Spoiler, later would become Robin, Batman's ward, or I don't think it's a ward, sidekick, one of Batman's sidekicks. And then she caused I think part of No Man's Land or something. Yeah, she kind of screwed up as a hero, and then I think she died, and now she's back, in continuity. So it's interesting to see her on screen now. So let's keep rolling. What do you make of this one, Chris?
Oh geez, I don't know.
So this is exactly. Yeah. So this is Chris got this out of nowhere. Yeah. So this is Ursula Corbio as the Baroness from the new Snake Eyes movie starring Henry Golding. So we got a bunch of screen or set shots from this new Snake Eyes movie finally. So and Rob just mentioned, I think there's going to be a trailer hopefully soon.
Yeah, so again, I hate to say we're in Canada, but the MTV Movie Awards are happening this Sunday. I think it's the 16th, right? So at 9:00 they will be unveiling the trailer for Snake Eyes. So if you're watching this on Friday or Saturday, stay tuned. I'm sure we'll do a trailer reaction at some point, but it will be online in and around the 9:00. It might be a little bit early. It gets dropped on the net, or it could be just afterwards. So Sunday evening.
And we've got a couple other pictures from the set. I don't know if Chris can guess who they are. I don't know how extensive his G.I. Joe knowledge is. I don't know if this character. Yeah, so this is Scarlet.
Scarlet. Okay.
Yeah, Scarlet played by Samara Weavings. I think definitely people can correct me on the names.
Yeah, that's Hugo Weaving's daughter. Hugo Weaving Smith, Agent Smith. Yeah.
So and here we have looks like Henry Golding doing a flip at Snake Eyes. That's Andrew Coy. That's Andrew Coy, who's I think playing Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
He's not wearing his Storm Shadow outfit.
Must be a flashback or something. Yeah.
Well, it is kind of weird that every shot that they release, none of the characters are in there. Like you have a movie called Snake Eyes, and you're not showing him in his costume. They're all demasked. So I think that's a bit weird, but that's just me.
This is Akira Abes. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the names. As Akiko, a new character in this franchise. So we'll see. I assume tied to Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow's origin. And then we've got something new here. So there was another picture of Andrew Coy might show up later at Storm Shadow, a closer shot. So Yeah. It's all over the place. So yeah, we're learning as we go, folks. What do you think of the Goon Squad here, Chris? What is the Goon Squad from?
Goon Squad's from Space Jam, basically the team that the team of villains that LeBron has to play against, I guess. This is Anthony Davis.
And Anthony Davis is a big deal in basketball.
He is. He's LeBron's teammate on the Lakers, so yeah, he's got to be in this movie. And he has a unibrow, and his nickname is the Brow, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think as far as we know, this is
Dame Lillard. Yep, his whole thing is.
I never actually saw these before. These look cool.
His thing is Dame time. When he hits a three, he goes like this. So yeah, he's like some sort of clock monster, I guess.
Yeah, and then we have some WNBA characters.
Yeah, White Mamba. That's her nickname. I guess kind of like a play on what Kobe did. She's the WNBA version of Kobe, I guess.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Klay Thompson, famously from the Warriors, who the Raptors beat in the finals 2 years ago. He's injured right now.
But losing to the Raptors.
He's a sharpshooter. He'll rarely miss a two.
Splash Brothers. What?
Yeah.
Whoa, what's this?
I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, but yeah, another WNBA player.
Arachnia. Yeah, sorry.
That's cool.
Looks pretty good. All right. Oh, so here's the other shot of title. Yeah, there we go. Right at the end of the Space Jam stuff. But yeah, okay. So I'll work on how
this segment is going really well, by the way.
Yeah. It's hard to organize these pictures, folks. Anyways, we'll try something new next time. But yeah, we're trying all these different segments. So definitely let us know in the comments what you like, what you don't like. That's it for hey, look at this. There was some other kind of like really quick cash shots of stuff, but we didn't think was really worthy to showcase here. So are we got anything else? Is that it for our main news?
The last thing I just wanted to bring up, John, I just want to say I'm sorry. I know that you have a admiration for Kat Dennings. I'm sorry to tell you that she is off the market. She is engaged to Andrew WK. So John,
that went straight to Rob's Twitter. That's why he's reporting it right now. If you saw him looking
breaking
down
news
earlier, it was like Kat Dennings off the market. So, anyways, besides that, moving on. Do we have anything else, or are we good to talk about what we're going to watch this weekend? I think.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's the news as we saw fit, and like I said, folks, we're always working on this. So definitely let us know what you think. And definitely send us any of your news takes from this week, and we'll try to incorporate it in the next show. So what are we gonna do this weekend, folks? I think it's kind of light, right? Like I don't know if anyone had a list of what was coming out. I know Bad Batch airs today. Yeah. So Bad Batch episode 3 airs today on Disney Plus. Definitely check that out. Except for Rob's, not for him. But Pat, sorry, you were saying the new Mass Effect?
Yep, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition or whatever they call it. It's like the remaster remake of all 3 Mass Effects comes out. So if you want to relive all 3 Mass Effects in
So
remaster. There you go.
So another thing, not for Rob, because this is an RPG game, lots of fun.
Yeah.
lots of in-depth. We used to rock the online a lot, right, Chris? I don't know if the online component is being added to this one.
Not.
I think it is not.
It was omitted in favor of, I guess, revamping the first one, because they had to do a lot of work on the first one to get it up to a 4K standard. So yeah, they had to make a sacrifice in the development cycle. So yeah. Unfortunately, multiplayer, which was my favorite part of the entire Mass Effect, the multiplayer from Mass Effect 3 is not part of it.
Yeah. So hopefully maybe fan demand or success of this version will dictate that maybe comes out later. I think there's 2 other movies that come out. One is Spiral with Chris Rock, the Saw follow-up. I don't know if anyone's gonna put that on their queue. I did see on IGN. I think they gave it a 3 out of 10. Don't put me on that. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere, and they released its first 3 minutes on YouTube. So maybe you can watch that first 3 minutes, decide for yourself if you want to watch the rest. I do love Chris Rock. I do love that he's trying something different. And I am a sucker for a detective police story. Although I was not a huge fan of Saw because that stuff scares the bejesus out of me. And then the other one is Those Who Wish Me Dead. I'm not familiar with this movie. Rob, I don't know if you know anything about that one.
I'm excited about this one. Yeah, this is Angelina Jolie, but it's written by Taylor Sheridan, who has written. He did Sicario. He did From Hell or High Water. Moon River, and if you're a fan of Yellowstone, he wrote and directed all episodes of season 1, and then wrote a lot of season 2 and 3. So Taylor Sheridan is a great writer. Very excited for his stuff. And if you're a Veronica Mars marshmallow, you would recognize him as well, as he was a cop. But very excited for this movie. I think it's on Apple. I think it was like $6.99 rental. So I'm probably going to be down for that this weekend.
Oh, an affordable rental, as we would call it. You guys have anything quickly that maybe you're going to check out this weekend that maybe is not on the regular schedule or new releases? Nope.
I'm going to recommend people watch John Wick, because John, you and I are re-reviewing and re-watching John Wick for the Heroes World Sidekick Show. Sidekick, not psychic. Neither one of us are Johnny Wishbone. But we are reviewing John Wick of the month of Keanu Reeves. So this week is going to be this coming Monday, the 17th, will be John Wick, and then the following week will be Wick 2 and 3, the last week of May. So definitely, if you're trying to find something to watch this weekend and you're like, I don't really know, throw on John Wick.
Yeah, definitely put on John Wick. I think it's on Netflix and Crave, so there's multiple options to watch this movie, which is kind of neat to see. And yeah, so 8:00 on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll give you guys some cheat sheets, and we might have a special guest on there with us. You might be in this room right now. Probably not Pat, because he's looking so blank right now. But anyways, cheat sheet.
What is a John Wick?
All right, so cheat sheet is
this about candles?
About candles.
Yeah, so the cheat sheet is, folks, keep an eye on who gets killed the worst in the movie. So keep an eye on who you think dies the worst, and also keep tabs of all the different assassins that show up, because as we go through the movies, what we like to do on the Sidekick Show is sometimes we'll create tier lists or ranking lists. I think we're going to take all the assassins and kind of rank which ones we think are the most powerful or the coolest in the series. So definitely tune into that. The live chat on Monday is a lot of fun. So if you want to relive this movie and join us for some laughs, otherwise the Heroes World podcast drops every Sunday. And Rob's got some great videos on his 905 about collecting and recommendations and all kinds of fun, disgusting snacks like Tiger Tail ice cream. Rob, what's in Tiger Tail ice cream?
It doesn't matter, because black licorice, and you apparently are not a fan.
So you can put anything else in this ice cream, and then
it's orange. It's like an orange. It's like an orange sherbet almost with black licorice. It's as a tiger, John. It's orange and black.
You had me for a second when you're like Tiger Tail, and you're like orange sherbet. And I'm like, oh yes, and then preceded by black licorice flavor, which I'm not a fan of. I'm sure some people are. Get us in the comments if you're a licorice fan or not. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. This is Rob. That's Pat. That's my brother Chris Ho.
Thanks, guys.
So hopefully you're caught up on what you missed. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you on the next one.